Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. We will be starting on in a seated position today. We'll just wait just a minute or so just to see if anybody else is going to come, and then we'll get started. But you can just get to a seated pose. Grab anything you might need. Just start to take your time getting down here. Still those sit bones. Rock a little bit from right to left, and actually you might want to just move that fleshy part of your leg kind of out of the way on both sides. Just kind of feel like, if that feels like it makes you kind of more grounded into the mat. And from there, just lengthen up through that crown of that head. So that awareness, that breath up to the crown of the head, maybe up above, all the way to the ceiling, and beyond the physical ceiling. Just feeling that lengthening of the spine. Creating space by lengthening, reaching the vertebrae and the joints. And release. Then we're just going to inhale, shrug up those shoulders, exhale, gently close your eyes. And then start to take your awareness to your breath, filling up the belly. And then the chest. All the way to the crown of that head. Exhale, crown of the head and chest. Pull that navel in. And just continue to follow that breath. Expand that ribcage. Push that navel out. Fill up that belly to its full capacity. Maybe even beyond. And then your lungs all the way up to your head. And exhale from the top of your head down to your tailbone. Just continue to follow that wave of breath. Lengthening on the inhalation and the exhalation, trying to relax those shoulders. Exhale, let everything go. Any worries, to-do lists. Just continue to follow the breath. In the inhalation, lengthening again up from that tailbone, up through the belly, the chest, the heart, the head. The exhalation, release. Feel more grounded into the pose, into the mat. Maybe while you're here, just setting an intention for your practice. Maybe just focusing on your breath or stillness, just stretching. Or maybe an intention for the day, something you want to accomplish, or maybe you just want to focus on feeling calm, staying calm, or patient through the whole day. And keep your awareness on that breath. Maybe trying to find stillness for a moment. Just a few more breaths. And the next inhalation, we're just going to gently open the eyes. Release those shoulders down, just let them fall a little bit further away from those ears. We're going to take our hands and just open up those palms to the ceiling to receive energy. Just feel your arms in a different way. And then from here, we're going to take that chin towards the chest, just lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale up. Left ear comes down to that left shoulder. Be gentle with the neck, soften. Not stretching too hard. Nothing should pinch or hurt or feel uncomfortable. Inhale up. Exhale that right ear down. Lengthen through that left side of the neck. Inhale up. And just gently, just take your gaze. It doesn't even have to go up towards the ceiling all the way. You can just come kind of just at an angle. Just want to open up the front of the neck. Don't want that to hurt. Doesn't have to come that far. Just a nice stretch. Inhale up. And exhale, take that chin down to the chest again. And maybe just roll that to the left ear. Gentle roll over to the right ear. Just do that a few times. Gentle stretch. And if you'd like, you can take your circle all the way back. Be very mindful of the neck. Doesn't have to be a big circle. Just go a few times one direction. Come back to center, chin to the chest, and then go the other direction. You don't have to, once again, you could just keep rolling your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Stretch in whichever way feels the best. And start to make those circles just a little bit smaller. Smaller and smaller. We're winding down until your neck, you come back to center. Neck goes over the heart, over the hips. And from here, we're going to bring our hands down to our knees. And then actually we're going to release, bring that left hand to the right knee, and then bring that right arm over. And we're going to check the chin. We're going to push the middle of that back towards the back of the room. Inhale. Open that chest. Really gentle cow, sitting cow. Exhale. Curve. Round out the shoulders. Inhale. So it's just your breath. We're inhaling, opening the chest, exhaling, folding forward. Let's continue to do that a few more times. Kind of warming up the spine. And come back just to a neutral position. We're going to take our arms out in front. Just keep those elbows together. And then we're going to come with the eagle pose or eagle arms. You're fine here. You want to wrap all the way around. Great, that's great too. You're going to lift up your elbows just a little bit. We're going to inhale, just kind of open up that chest. Exhale, we're still going to do that forward fold. Just come forward, inhale. Think downward facing dog here, open the chest. Exhale. Just folding at the hips, softly coming down. Inhale, some more round of this. Exhale, come down. Inhale. And gently unwind the arms. And this time we're going to bring that left arm to that right knee, bring that right hand to that left knee. So it's the right arm's on top this time. Once again, we're just going to curve that spine, push that middle of the back out. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round, pull that belly in. Inhale. That lengthening. Exhale. Inhale, neutral position, just go back straight. We're gonna release those arms and just come to that eagle pose. Just here, lift those elbows. And we're gonna exhale, fold forward. Inhale, open, lifting those elbows. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale. Back to a neutral position and just unwind the arms. Bring them down to your knees. And then we're going to lengthen that right leg. Bring that left knee, left heel into center. And we kind of pull those toes back towards us, flexing that right foot. And from here, we're going to just bring our left hand down. We're going to reach up and over with that right arm. It's really opening that right side of the body. Lengthen. So engage that right leg. We pull that thumb back, open up that chest, spiral back. More breaths here. And we're going to just circle that arm down, back to center. And we'll just switch those legs. Pulling those left toes back towards you. And that right hand behind you. We're going to reach over that left arm. Lengthen. Engaging, sucking up that left kneecap, pressing that right knee down towards the floor. And then pull that thumb back. We're gonna open up that chest, heart opener to the ceiling. Soften through your face. And we're gonna circle down. And from here, we're just going to straighten that right leg. You can press yourself forward if you want. You keep those knees bent. Bring those hands down in front of you and then start to kind of straighten those legs. And then just coming down, bring your nose towards the floor. Maybe walk those hands a little further. Maybe come down the elbows, whatever's available to you. I'm just going to press the backs of our knees down towards the floor and pull those toes back. Just breathing into any tight areas, release on the exhalation. Still nice, long, deep breaths. Just a few more easy breaths here. And gently just walk your hands back up. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and finding just how far you want your hips away from those heels. Get into that comfortable position. And then we're going to wrap our hands around the feet. You even like maybe give your feet a massage here with your thumbs and the arches if that feels good. Take a nice tall breath in, lifting up from that tailbone. And coming forward, taking your nose towards your feet, towards the floor. You bring those elbows out. Even a nice long spine, lengthen to the back of that neck. Breathe into the hip flexors, into the belly, taking your awareness back to your breath if it's wandered away. Just a few more breaths here. Inhale up. Then from here, we're going to bring those kind of knees out in front of you. And I will just turn to the side so you can kind of see better. And knees come out towards, or feet come out towards the edges of the mat. And then we're just going to let them fall over to one side. So this should feel good. Kind of arrange them so that it feels good when they kind of fall. Should be a nice twist. Deep, even breaths. Try to keep lift through that chest still. We're going to inhale up. And just want to wash those knees from side to side. It should feel good. Just kind of like in the knees, in the low back. And then bring those feet towards the edge of the mat again, and we'll just drop them to the other side. Should feel like a nice twist, kind of gentle twist. Lifting out of that lumbar spine. Letting those legs release and soften. We're still engaged in the core and the arms. Lengthen through the back of the neck. And soften your gaze past your nose. And bring those knees back up. Go ahead and come to a seated position, and we'll just move through that seated position to a tabletop position. And from here, just pressing down to the tops of your feet, lifting up to that belly. Spread out the fingers, pressing up. Let's go ahead and just push those hips out to the sides. I'm kind of exaggerate this, kind of loosen any tension, any tightness. Maybe come a few circles just to stretch out those wrists. Big circles. Spreading out those, pressing through the palms and the fingers, kind of even out that weight in another direction. And then from here, we're going to inhale, push that belly down, open up the chest, cow pose. Exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone and tuck the chin, pushing the middle of that back out towards the ceiling. And inhale back to cow. Push that belly down, open that chest, open that heart. Pressing down through the tops of the feet. Make sure those wrists are under the shoulders, stacking the joints. Exhale, tuck the tailbone and kind of wave up through the spine, tuck the chin. Round the shoulders, lengthen the back of the neck. And then just at your own pace, with your own breath, go ahead and take a couple more rounds of that downward dog. I'm sorry, cat and cow. Oh man. Cat and cow. Just warming up that spine, feeling moving in any way, in any pace that feels good on your spine. You can even move from side to side a little bit. Just kind of experiment here. And come back to a neutral position. Just going to look over our right shoulder or towards our right hip. Lengthen to that left side of the body. Should feel like your ribs are opening softly. Inhale back to neutral position. Exhale down to the other side. Just kind of lengthening, very subtle movements, and opening of that right side of the torso. Opening of the ribs of the hip. And release back to center. We're just going to flip over that right hand and just gently stretch out that wrist. Don't have to put all your weight down on it, maybe just a little bit, whatever feels okay. And release. We'll take that other wrist. Just gently press into the top of that palm. Just being aware of how that feels. Should feel no pain. Just a nice stretch all the way up through your forearm. And release. I'm going to take both palms, fingers kind of pointing towards each other. And then fingers pointed out. And come back to neutral position. And here we're going to inhale. And exhale, send that right leg out behind us. Press to that right heel, just soften through that calf muscle, back and forth a few times. And then take your awareness to that inner right thigh. Lift up through that hamstring. Point those toes down. Always checking to see that your hips are level. Keeping that left hip over that left knee. So really lifting up that belly and then add that left arm. It's an option. You don't have to, but if you'd like to, just let the breath carry you. And bring down to the left hand. We're going to bend that right knee. Just lift up one more time. Sole of that foot facing the ceiling. We're going to exhale and just pull that knee in just a little bit. Just a little tummy curl here. And release that down. And just take one round of cat and cat, push down, open that heart, maybe open the jaw. Soften the jaw. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the shoulders, tuck the chin. Inhale, neutral position, and exhale, we're gonna bring that left leg back. So just gentle softening through that left calf. And to here, awareness to that inner left thigh. Point those toes down. We're gonna lift up to that hamstring. Check our hips. We're gonna stay here or add that right arm. So we're pressing to that heel, reaching to those right fingertips. And then take your awareness to your breath. And bring that right hand down. We're gonna bend that left knee, lift up just a little bit through that hamstring. And exhale, just pull that in towards your tummy, just curl a little bit and release down. From here, bring those knees wide, bring those hips down, heels reach forward, just release down. Maybe roll that forehead kind of right to left if that feels good, especially if you have any allergies or kind of sinus stuff. And just breathing into that belly. On the exhalation, just letting everything release down into the mat for a moment. Find stillness for a moment. Bring those hands underneath those shoulders. We're going to press up and come to the tabletop. And with our left hand, we're just going to bring that to our shoulder and just bring that elbow up towards the ceiling or extend all the way. Gentle twist. And then we're going to exhale. Bring that underneath the right arm. Reach forward that right arm. Letting that shoulder just melt into the mat. Just giving it a rest. If you've been at a computer or punching over an instrument or anything, just letting it go. All those muscle fibers just melt and release. Any tension you hold in your shoulders, just let it just release down to the mat. Just dissipate, evaporate. Notice if you're holding any tension in your face. And then to soften your cheekbones, let your tongue be loose in your mouth. And bring that right arm, right hand palm under that shoulder. Press up. Come back to that tabletop position. Now we'll just bring that right hand to that right shoulder. Gentle twist here. You can just stay here. You reach up all the way. And just go ahead and thread the needle. Bring that arm underneath the left arm. I'm gonna reach forward that left arm. Let that right shoulder just release. Releasing again. And that melts into the mat. Every muscle fiber just releases and widens and softens. And release. We're gonna press up with that left palm. I'm just gonna reach forward and come into that puppy pose, really giving those shoulders a nice stretch. See through those palms, maybe up on the fingertips. Let that forehead come down to the mat. And release, and just come from this position right onto your belly. And bring those arms just out to the side. Just release here for a breath or two. A mental scan of your body. It's from the top of your head down to your face, your neck, shoulders, elbows, forearms, hands, back, tummy, hips, glutes, legs, knees, feet, just kind of checking in with every body part. And move those hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to press down to the tops of those legs, to the tops of the feet. Spread those fingers, and we're going to look forward just a little bit and just peel up that chest. Maybe just come up an inch, maybe a little further. Just really gentle on your back. Be really aware of how your back feels. With every inhalation, maybe pulling a little bit further up, strengthening those muscles in the back and the arms. Pulling those elbows into the body. And release, come down on your left cheek, arms out to the side, just let everything go. Bend those knees and just window wash those feet side to side. Release the lower back. Release the hips, should feel good. Release back down. Reach out with those arms, a long stretch of the body. You're going to slowly move to Sphinx pose. So just being aware, how far do you want those elbows to come in? How's it feel in your back? Just skip it if there's any lower back pain. You don't have to do every pose. It's your practice. Just a guide of sorts. Maybe bring those elbows all the way underneath those shoulders, if that feels okay, but we're still pressing everything down into the mat. Rising up. And then connecting with our breath. And release down, hands out to the side. Opposite cheek comes down to the mat, and we just release, let go, just for a breath or two. Bend those knees. You can window wash those feet again. Just loosen up that lower back. Take those feet, those soles up towards the ceiling. Grab that top of that right foot, if that's available to you, if that feels okay. Let's give our quad a little extra stretch here. Only if that feels okay. And release. We'll just take the other side, grab the top of that left foot. Gentle stretching of that quad. Pressing that in, that hip, the quad into the mat. Pressing that foot into the hand. Just feel that softening. And release. Window wash those feet one more time. And bring those legs long, hands underneath the shoulders, and we're going to press up. Come to your tabletop. And then from here, we're just going to inhale up, all the way up onto our knees, press down to the tops of our feet again. And those thumbs into the back. And those shoulders or pressed elbows move towards the back of the room. We're just going to gently open the chest, coming to where it's comfortable. Whatever's available to you, we're working towards that camel pose. And release. And from here, we're going to slowly show you from that, come back to that tabletop, we're going to reach out through that right leg. Inhale up, and then come to that side angle pose. Wrist is under that shoulder, so our joints are stacked, and we're going to reach up and over. Nice long line. Pressing into the outside of that foot, pressing into the top of that left foot. And then if you like, you can stay here, or you can move that left foot back, maybe 6 inches, right hand back, or right foot and right hand back for Wild Thing. Open up our chest. And release. I'm gonna bring that right arm down. Inhale up to lengthen that, strengthen that core. And then for the next pose, we're just gonna reach down to that right hand. Inhale up to that left arm and just gate pose. For gate pose, we're going to lengthen the knee to the top of those left fingertips. And release. And bring that right knee in. And just switch legs. Slowly come down on that right hand. We're going to reach over, making that long line from those toes, from the foot to the hand. Spreading out those fingers on the right hand, pressing it into the top of that right foot. Trying to keep that hip over that knee, that shoulder over that wrist. And release. Inhale up. And then lengthen that left hand towards that left knee. Reach up through that right arm and then gently open through that right side of the body. Breathe, connect to the breath. Breathe into the belly. And gently release. Left knee comes back to that right knee. And from here, we're gonna bring those hands down, spread those fingers, tuck the toes, and then just take those hips back for downward facing dog. Walk the dog, alternate those heels on the mat. You can keep those heels off the mat. Ears, bicep should be up next to the ears. We're lengthening the back of the neck. Engaging, pulling that navel up towards its spine. And we're just gonna walk the feet up to the hands. A quick ragdoll, knees a little bent or straight, just strong through those legs. And then just let the top part of the body just release, loosen the neck, loosen, soften, shake it, nod it, sway. Distributing that weight all through all 4 corners of the feet. Release those arms down. Nice forward fold, just letting the blood flow to the heart. Inhale, slide those legs to the shins, gaze forward, lifting up to the belly. Exhale, fold down, back to forward fold. And from here, just taking that left foot back. I'm gonna come to a low lunge. You can bring that left knee down. All right, soften to that right hip. Plant that left hand, inhale up for a gentle twist here. And that left foot can stay with the toes curled, or you can just press down to the top of that left foot and exhale down. And I just stay here or come up here. We're pulling back through that right hip, softening through the front of that left hip. And release down. Pull those hips back into a quick little runner stretch. Soften to the back of that right knee, sucking up that kneecap, pulling those toes towards your heart, or your heart towards your toes. And release, let those hips come forward. We're gonna tuck those back toes again. Hands on the other side of the foot. We're gonna lift up through that hamstring. And then from here, just kind of move that left foot in. We're going to go back to downward facing dog. And then from here, we're just gonna bring that left foot forward, just taking your time getting there, however you get there. And then we're gonna put that right knee down, and then whichever way you like with your foot, you've got options. Plant that right hand. We're gonna inhale up, gentle twist. Exhale back down, and then stay here. Let those hips soften forward. We'll come up here. It's a little deeper stretch, just finding where you're at. Keeping your balance by pressing into the top of that right foot, engaging that core. And release those hands down. Pull those hips back. Half split or runner stretch. Pulling that heart towards the feet, flexed foot, and the left foot's flexed. Pressing that top of the right foot down. Pull that heart forward. And release, and come forward. From here, just bring that left knee to meet that right knee. And from here, we're just going to sit on those heels and then just come to the side. We're going to bring those legs out in front. Do a quick spinal twist. So we're going to bend that right knee, bring that right hand behind you. Inhale up that left knee, left arm. And we're going to take a gaze towards the back of the room. Here, spine. Most importantly is that we're just rising up through the crown of our head and exhaling, twisting. And release, go slowly unwind. Switch those legs, left hand behind, rise up with the right arm, and then the right elbow comes to the outside of that knee. Take the gaze towards the back of the room. Inhale, lengthen, we're creating space in between those vertebrae. Exhale, twisting deeper. Rise up through the crown of the head. And gently release, unwind. Grab the backs of those thighs. We're just gonna roll to our back, do a little massage. And then from here, just roll down, knees bent. We're gonna lengthen the legs. And then just bring this right ankle over to the right side of the mat. And then bring that left ankle to meet it, or just cross that over. You can shimmy your shoulders over, right? Reach up through your arms. So lengthen through that left side of the body. And release. Shimmy those shoulders back. Come across those legs. Move them to the other side of the mat. Just taking ankle by the ankle or ankle crosses. Reach over with the arms. Taking that banana shape on the floor or crescent shape. And release. Back to center. I'm going to bend those knees, pull them into the chest, take a circular motion. Opposite direction. Take your arms up to a T, just draw up those knees. A gentle twist. Soften your gaze up towards the ceiling. You can always make that a kind of deeper twist by straightening that top leg, gazing in the opposite direction. Just finding what feels best for you this morning. And bring those knees back into center. I'm just going to drop them down to the other side. And then just release into that twist. And release, bring those knees back to center. Hug them in one last time. Push them away and let them drop apart. So pull them up to the chest. Just one more time. Roll a little bit, and then we're going to release it down. Lengthen the body and get into Shavasana. So if you want to put something under your head, that just helps kind of lengthen the back of your neck. Or if you even want to take your blanket and put it over your body, you can. Maybe it just helps you relax, or maybe with air conditioning, it'll feel a little cool if you're laying here for a few minutes without a blanket. Those arms away from the body. Open up those palms to the ceiling. Those feet fall out to the sides. Adjust your shoulders so they can release down into the mat. Once you're there, just going to take a big breath and release. Gently close the eyes, just let everything melt down into the mat. Let go. Follow your breath. You're softening the whole body, just allowing the body to release and relax. Breathing in calmness, relaxation. Exhalation, we're just letting go of any tension, anything that's keeping our muscles from completely relaxing and releasing. And soften those muscles around your eyes. Soften the muscles in the cheeks. Allow your tongue to be loose in your mouth. Release that jawbone. The face softens all the way up to your forehead, to your scalp, to your ears. Let your neck soften, the sides, the back, the front. On the next exhalation, let those shoulders just melt down into the mat. Those biceps and triceps release, forearm softens, hands feel heavy, fingers release, the whole arm just softens and widens. And feel that relaxation run down your back, upper back, middle back, lower back, all just melts down into the mat, releases, surrenders. Let those hips, glutes, hamstrings widen and soften. And release. Backs of your knees, release, melts. Calf muscles widen, soften. Quads feel heavy. Oh, the muscles in your feet release, so let your feet feel heavy. Everything melts down into the mat. You just continue to feel that relaxation, softening. Continue to follow the breath, inhaling, breathing in relaxation, peace. And exhale it, and the exhalation just releasing a little bit more into the pose. So letting everything melt and relax and release. And start to bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers on your toes and roll that head from side to side. Take a big breath. Release. Just one last time into the mat. And bend your knees. Slowly roll over onto the right side of your body. One last breath here. And with your arms, you're going to press yourself up into a seated position. And bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I see you even have a couple people I haven't seen in a while back, so that's awesome. I hope to see everyone Friday morning. And also, if anybody knows of a good place to see the Crusades meteor shower around here somewhere, like that's dark enough, maybe away from lights, if it's not too cloudy. If you wouldn't mind just chatting me, maybe is it like out of Folsom or Vita Springs or something? I'd be interested in how to find a good place to watch from that. Otherwise, you have a great rest of your day, and see you around Friday.